A new chapter in Star Wars is here. Today I'm reviewing The Light of the Jedi. Keep watching and find out if it's worth a Hutt's fortune or if it's junk from Waddle's yard. Where should I start reading? What is canon versus legends? When does the story begin? The answers to these questions and everything Star Wars is right here on Star Wars Timeline. Written by Charles Soule with cover art by Joseph Meehan, released on January 5th, 2021, The Light of the Jedi is the first book in a year-long publishing event. The story takes place 232 years before Battle of Yavin or Episode 4. Some fans on Facebook have been asking, now does this rewrite the old Legends timeline? And the answer to that is no. Not only does the Old Republic take place thousands of years before this book, roughly 3,500 years before, but also the events of the Sith War and the Dark Past are referenced in this book as well. So rest assured, the Old Republic is pretty much there, it is intact. Before we jump into it, I quickly want to mention Joseph Meehan's amazing work on this cover. It's very Art Deco and reminds me of pulp-era sci-fi magazine covers, and this art style lends itself very well to the story, which illustrates the golden age of the High Republic. Alright, let's get to the fun part. Minor spoiler alert, I will talk about the setting and the characters in broader terms. I will not reveal any major action scenes, no characters specifically, and no plot points. I just want to relate my personal thoughts on the books as a guiding point to see if this book is for you or not. The story begins with a passenger freighter experiencing an anomaly on a hyperspace route, which causes an unprecedented catastrophic event, catapulting the story into full gears right from the first chapter. The peaceful lives and prosperity of the Outer Rim worlds is thrown into chaos. The Jedi are pulled from their routine missions, including the oversight of the Starlight Beacon project, a space station which will symbolize the unity of the galaxy. They're tasked with dealing with a major crisis in the Hatzel system along with the Republic Defense Coalition, or RDC. Meanwhile, another major threat emerges in a different part of the galaxy. The Nile, which I can best describe as the Marauders from the Mad Max movies, are preying on the defenseless Republic worlds removed from the galactic core. They are an extremely violent nomadic group who are governed by their own laws and attack without provocation. They take what they want, they destroy everything in their path. And they have a new weapon, a unique technology which allows them to navigate the hyperspace in seemingly impossible ways. This book is absolutely epic in scope, and by now you probably can guess which way I'm leaning with my review. It opens a new chapter in Star Wars saga with bold new narrative strokes, and is full of fresh ideas. It fully embraces the core Star Wars themes, but it's not held back by past conventions. It finally portrays the Jedi the way I would imagine them as a kid when I was watching the original trilogy. You know, the Jedi are space wizards and they are stuff of legends, they are guardians of peace, and there's this mythological aura and mysticism that surrounds them. They're also very relatable because they're flawed. They have personal desires and aspirations, and they're prone to fear, doubt, and other very human emotions. The Light of the Jedi also introduces awesome new technology. For example, the Jedi have these flyers called the Vectors, and their weapon systems can be operated only with the lightsaber used as the key. Of course, the idea being that only a Jedi can use this flyer and only as the last resort for defense. And of course, you will see amazing new Jedi abilities. Some of them are familiar, like the Jedi Battle Meditation, while others are more epic. But I promise you guys, none of it feels outlandish or out of place. The abilities are very grounded and tangible thanks to an amazing writing style. Lastly, the Jedi are not invincible, and there are plenty of moments of heroic sacrifice from both the Jedi and the common people that surround them. Even smaller, inconsequential characters have distinct personalities and memorable scenes. At first I had misgivings about the Nile and the lack of dark side users when the series was announced, but after reading this first book, I was sold. I mean, the Nile as savage killers. They have an interesting hierarchy, and honestly not what I expected, a kind of system which they call the Rule of Three. I'm going to go on a limb here and say that the closing chapter of this book foreshadows the coming of the dark side. Now, to which capacity this is going to be done, I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. In closing, I couldn't be happier with this title. It exceeded my every expectation. With a very challenging and unprecedented past year that all of us had, and we all would like to put it past us, this book comes at the very right moment and is full of hopeful messages. Cool spaceships, lightsabers, and cameos are all fun, but I personally come to Star Wars for emotionally fulfilling and impactful storytelling, and The Light of the Jedi passes with flying colors. I can't imagine a fan who won't find something to enjoy about this book. There is wonderful master and apprentice relationships we see from the prequels. It has massive epic space battles we see in the original saga, and for the fans of the sequels, the Force is used in a very interesting and unconventional ways while still maintaining that magical and mysterious aura. The prose is very economic. No space is wasted here, and all the action and exposition scenes help build the momentum, which leads to a very climatic and satisfying conclusion. So without a surprise, this book gets an easy 4 out of 4 score from me. I think any Star Wars fan will find at least something to enjoy here. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate your time. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. I'll see you next time.